Good morning, everybody. Coming to you, I guess, from a different view. I don't know. I put the camera in front of my TV set and I'm tilting it upward. The noise you may hear in the background is my floor fan that I had dug out of the closet last night because I needed a little air. The temperature was like 80 yesterday, and I think it's going to go up to 87 possibly today, but you know what? We can handle it. I'm not putting the air conditioning on yet. I can't do it unless my husband gets like real sweaty, so we'll find out. However, I hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. I mean, for me, it's only 9:20 a.m. and I got up this morning, had a pretty good sleep, washed my hair, and having a cup of tea today. I decided to switch off from coffee to tea because I've been pretty much on a roll with the coffee situation since I got the coffee maker. So it's just, I can't help it. But I decided to lay off of it for now. Yeah, I was watching some YouTube videos last night, just, catching up on other people's videos. And one of the videos that I did watch, and I'll let you know about it, is, and I usually don't mention other vloggers, but Paging Mr. Morrow. And he's just a wonderful, pleasant person. I find him to be very pleasant, very friendly in his videos. Gives direction very well, gives information very well, and that's like one of the very few vloggers that I kept on my list of people that I would like to watch. And he got invited through Disney as per a celebration sort of introduction to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It was all connected around that. He got invited to New Orleans through Disney. And I do want to point this out to you that I have not seen any other vlogger that was invited to this. Only him. I didn't see anybody else. So he went to New Orleans. This was his first time in New Orleans. And they do this presentation about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. They do sort of like to get to know the history of where she comes from and where she hails from and her story. I found it, you know what, I have a love-hate relationship. You know how I am now with this company. I absolutely enjoyed this. This to me, this was a breath of fresh air, and it was kind of taking away from all the other crap going on. I absolutely enjoyed this. I really, he was amazed. Like I said, it was more of a promotional thing through Disney to invite some of the people. There was performers. There was a wonderful sit-down dinner. There was Imagineers that were there. And, of course, they had Tiana there. So you got to meet her and talk to her. And he was very good with the interacting with her, It was like a Disney World, Disneyland thing, but in her actual hometown of New Orleans, And I thought that was really cool. I really did. He did a great job on the video. And usually I don't give kudos like this, but this to me was a breath of fresh air, and that was really cool. If you get to see it, just swing by Page Mr. Morrow. Usually I don't drop names, this, but I enjoyed this so much myself. I have been looking at open reviews of Disney's Little Mermaid movie from other vloggers and other reviewers. The story, we know that the story took a turn. There is a difference to where the original movie is to where the movie is now. I will say, however, one of the songs, Scuttlebutt, I listened to the whole song. Now, remember, I didn't see this movie yet, but I'm hearing a lot. I don't mind for spoilers or anything, but the song Scuttlebutt, to me, is one of the most annoying songs that would be in that movie so far for me to sit in here. The person, Manuel, I forget his first name. God forgive me, I'm sorry on this. Right now, my head is not thinking as far as other names are concerned, but we all know him through Hamilton. Now, a little piece of history with me with Hamilton is I watched Hamilton on Disney Plus. I absolutely loved Hamilton. I was a child who did not like school, but sit me in social studies class, sit me in history class, I loved it. I used to get extra credit for typing out my homework. I used to have the old-fashioned typewriters. My father got me a typewriter. And I literally used to type out my homework for history, and I used to get extra credit for that. I loved my history teacher. He was a male teacher. He was great. He was a sit-down type person, very down-to-earth person, taught history, awesome. I loved all kinds of history. I actually liked the Aztecs. I loved the Roman history, the Roman Empire. I loved all that. So when I go on Epcot, when I go into Epcot, I can't remember the friggin' name. I'd be a son of a gun. When I go on the Epcot ride, I love about the Romans and the Phoenicians, and I love all that, because to me that's like part of my history that I learned. All right, anyway. Getting to this song, and I intertwined it with Hamilton. I loved Hamilton. I loved the upbeat music of Hamilton. If a child really wasn't involved or into history, learning about history, because maybe they thought it's boring, I suggest you watch Hamilton, because it's got an upbeat way of how to learn. It's a more fun way to learn about history, really is. The song Scuttlebutt brings me back to Little Mermaid, because you hear the detail between that and Hamilton. And I just kept thinking of Hamilton while I was listening to this song, and I said, well, that's definitely his kind of music, because that's the type of music that he writes. Was I crazy about it for the Little Mermaid movie? No. I found it to be very annoying. I don't even care for the person who was singing it, because I'm looking at the character of Scuttle, the bird. I'm looking at that character, and I'm listening to the voice. And to me, in my heart and soul, the voice does not match the way of the look of the character. It just doesn't match. That's my opinion. So when they were singing the song, it was an even a more annoying concept, because the song, I found out, is to be too fast. It was very annoying after the first 2 minutes for me. I didn't care for the song. So I know now, when I go to watch the movie on Disney Plus, I know I'm not going to care for that song. It's not even a song that's probably even going to grow on me, because I know I'm very good with music. I love music. I know that this song is not for me, period. But I do hear hints of Hamilton in that song. But yet the music in Hamilton wasn't even as bad as this tune is. I just don't care for it. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Back to that Little Mermaid. But I have been watching reviews on YouTube of people sitting down talking about the movie, talking about spoilers and everything. And some people like it, a lot of people don't like it. There was one reviewer that really did an excellent review that went down the line. She was very detailed in the things, and she warned you about the spoilers if you don't want to hear the spoilers, but she's going to say it. It was a very detailed interview, and that's what I've been watching. But Mr. Morrow in New Orleans, with the promotional Tiana experience through Disney, and there was Imagineers, it was wonderful. I absolutely enjoyed that. So if you can catch Mr. Morrow, catch his videos about the New Orleans. It was a very nice experience, and of course Disney treated him to this. Disney invited him. But one more time, I don't see any other vloggers that were there. It's kind of strange, but whatever. Gonna make it today to Dollar Tree. Gonna see what my Dollar Tree has and what they don't have. I'm not getting my hopes up high about this store trip. Personally, I'd rather just hang out at the mall, but I have to go down there anyway because I have to do other business someplace else. So Dollar Tree is right in that vicinity. What are you gonna do? I guess I have to do it. I don't like to go in that neighborhood. I don't like to go in that area too much, especially like by myself, but I'm willing to take the plunge and sacrifice for this one thing. I won't be down there too long anyway. Just gonna do my thing and then come right back. I have been watching more of the videos of the situation with Disneyland. And I will say, God bless, because again, I want to point this out. This is not the person's fault that this situation has been outed in this such a way. The gentleman that works at Disneyland, Bippity Boppity Boutique, has been getting praise, has been, very good responses, very good feedbacks, and he has been getting, a lot of good, positive attention, which is good. Because I will stress that this person did not ask for any of this crap to happen. Let's just be honest. You know that. Will this die down at some point? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Right now, people are still up in arms. And rightfully so. People have the right to their own opinion. You either love it or you hate it. If you hate it, don't go. If you love it, then, you show your support. Disney company had issued a slight statement for my New York Post newspaper, which I did not get a hold of yet because my husband didn't bring it home, not for today's paper. I didn't see anything in there for yesterday's paper, although it was posted somehow. I see my New York Post newspaper online anyway. But to see it in actual ink print, that's different. So Disney posted a little response, and it happened to have been a response that dates back to 2022. So you really can't go by that. Again, method to their madness. I've been saying it since day one. I own that. Method to their madness. Do they like such attention? Absolutely, I think they do. It's free advertisement. Okay? Does this person deserve such attention? Probably not. It's probably just out, he's doing his job. Again, I vote for, they could have made fairy godfather instead of fairy godmother for this person. It would have been less stressful, I feel. But this is the company you're dealing with. So, was it all for the heck of it? Maybe. I mean, you just can't do this. You just can't put this out and not suffer a consequence for it. We know this. And they're suffering for it now. Will it go that far? Depending on how many good supporters that are on that side. So I think right now the good supporters are outweighing the bad supporters. And, that's how it goes. All right, I think I'm just going to finish my tea. What else? I really can't think of anything else. Today for me is a little bit of a somber day. It's also one of the reasons why I do want to get out and keep myself busy and keep my mind busy, because today is a very heavy day for me. It is also 29 years today that my father passed away. Yeah, and it's a rough one for me. It's always rough when you lose your parents. But both of mine have passed away. Like I said, my mother passed away 2 months before my own wedding. But 3 years before, which would be my father passed away in 1994. Lots of things happened. Lots of things were going on. Still in my late teens. I was still in my mid-20s, and just to even think of that. We were there for him. We were there to be with him while he passed away. Like, I could think of everything that happened right up until the minute of 4 p.m. this afternoon, which is the actual time of him passing. And it's just, it just takes you back. It takes you back. Not to get too heavy, but I like to, I'm still remembering, absolutely. That'll always be with me. But at the same time, I want to keep my mind busier. I want to keep my mind doing, other things, or else, you go into a slump. You go into a rabbit hole, let's say. It gets very deep for me, and these are my memories. So, yeah, my father had leukemia, and he passed away at the age of 59. So, and he was diagnosed with it around 57. So, and it was a terrible 2 years. Very, very bad 2 years. It was not good at all. But, you know, as family, you stick by family, you take care of them. I was his caretaker, so was my mother. We had a home health aide, we had a visiting nurse, we had a therapist, we had everybody at home. He was a homebound patient. So, would I change anything about that? No. No, because they were gratefully needed, and when we needed the help was there for us. As far as my mother and myself was, you know, we were a support team for ourselves. You know, it was rough. It was rough on my mommy too. Anyhow, I just want to say, have a good Friday. Today is Friday. Have yourself a blessed Friday. God bless you all. Whoever is in the yard, I have my yard door open, so they must be doing some gardening. So I'm going to hightail it out of here now. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Love to all. Have a good day. If I see anything at Dollar Tree, maybe I'll pop back on. I don't know. You never know what they're going to have at that place. I'll try. I'll go in with an open mind and you know, with enthusiasm. Take care, everybody. God bless you. Bye-bye.